going on, everybody? Welcome back to the beatmajors.net. So I just purchased Serato sample, man, and I'm so happy. So happy I did. I was watching a lot of videos on it, so shout out to Serato. Watching mad videos on it, and it hooked me with the way you can chop samples, the way you can pitch samples, the way you can change the key of samples. Just everything attracted me to Serato sample, and I love it. So I want to do a video today showing you guys how to use Serato sample. This is my first dive in, actually my second, but my first one of actually chopping my own sample and making a beat out of it. Before, what I was doing was, I was just watching other people and I was just messing with theirs. So I finally bought mine and I wanted to dive in and give you guys the first sneak peek on it. So I'm gonna do a screen capture, probably try and make a quick little beat here. Let's get into it. Hope you like it. Let's go. All right, everybody, we back. So I got the plugin, the Serato sample plugin, pulled up here on the screen. I just grabbed the sample. This one's from Cardiac's Cardiac Presents Keys and Bass 3. This is a pretty dope sample. I haven't done anything to it. This is literally like my first time opening up Serato sample, so you guys get to check this out along with me. I just wanted to dive in, man, and just kind of see what, a lot of these buttons do. They have, it looks like they have, okay, the play button. That's when I saw that when it first popped up. That must be to play the sample straight through. There's kind of no, like, I don't see like a help button that like shows you when you hover over something, like, it tells you what it does. But it looks like we have I think this is either loop or play through. Pretty sure that's probably what that means. You got a mono and you have a polyphony. So mono and poly buttons. So mono, if you don't know, mono cuts one pad off from the other. Polyphony will just play it straight through, basically overlapping them. Here's the title, what key that the original sample is in, what the tempo of the original sample is. That's why I like it too, because it gives you all of this. It tells you the original key. So like I can put like a bass in here, like a bass note or like an 808, and it'll tell you the key. We have a key and a detune button, so I can detune it if I want, or keep it in key and just kind of change the key of the track. It's like we have a tempo button, and I can sync it on and off, so it'll sync to the tempo of the actual sample that's here. Or it'll sync to your DAW tempo. So I have this DAW set at 172. I think that was something I was working on. I don't know. I think I just went back to that on some weird stuff. I don't know. But so yeah. So okay. So now we're into the sample window here. I'm assuming this is the freeze like audio button. I'm not playing anything, so I guess I can't use that. This is like a zoom. Yeah, this is like a zoom button. So if I really want to get into that sample and really dig in there, I haven't really figured out how to like edit the sample yet, like how to maybe do like chops or like see how this has like a beginning kind of tail, or I don't know what you would call it at the beginning, but it doesn't need to be there basically. So we got that. We can play the sample. Kind of dope. Sounds like I'm playing it from like a record if I was like using Serato or something, like if I was moving a turntable. It looks like we have a bunch of parameters here, a level of, I'm assuming the whole overall level, filters, attack, release. Of course you guys kind of know what that is. We got a reverse button here. Looks like we can change we can shift the key again. I gotta figure out, I don't know, because this says key as well, and this says key shift. So I guess it's something I need to figure out, what the difference is between the key shift. I'm assuming the key shift is like if you're changing like the tune of the sample without changing the actual key. Like you're just changing the pitch, not the key of the sample. And then here you can actually change the key of the sample if you want. So, it'll go down and tell you what it is too. G minor, A major or A minor, different things like that. Yeah. Time stretch. I played with this a little bit. So technically, I guess this isn't my first time opening it, but I did pull something in just to kind of see what some of these were about. I have another friend that actually showed me some of this stuff too, so I kind of know what some of this stuff is. So we have 16 pads, it looks like, or 16 buttons, and each of these buttons or pads, they represent a button on your on your keyboard. So if you don't have like a MIDI controller, you can use these buttons here and you know, start doing some chops. So let's go ahead and mess with it a little bit. So let me get over here to my keyboard. And it starts, if you don't know, pad 1 starts off at C1 on the keyboard. So once you hit it, it starts the first chop. So boom, I set my first chop. So now I can go like this. So that's a dope one. I can do like, then once you hit the next key, you're essentially setting your next chop. So you can like hold the first, so like say, okay, so I'm holding C1. Then I push the next key to get that chop. Now you have to continue holding that next key once you do your chop. So I can sit here and do like 16 different chops if I wanted to before I actually get to this peak. Well, not 16 chops, I'm sorry. Just chops in general before I get to the peak here without having to do anything else. I like that because I get to set my chops my own way. I used to use the FL Slicer. That's what I'm coming from. I'm an avid FL Slicer user. I love it. So that's a pretty dope thing that they added in there. I like that. So let's see what we can do real quick here. Okay, Cardi, that's pretty hard. I haven't even used that one. So yeah, so now you see how this section is mad low. I don't know if you guys can tell, but this is kind of low, and that's something I got to figure out as well. How to normalize in here. So let's try and make a beat real quick. Just something quick, couple minutes. All right, so let's see here. Now don't kill me in the comments, man. This is just something simple, just for the sake of this video. I just want to give you guys a little taste of Serato sample. Ah. All right, so I'm gonna do these hi-hats. Like I said, I just want to do something, you know, just to kind of see what it's like. This is the first beat that I've made with Serato samples, so and I'm making it with you guys. So this is dope for me. You know what I'm saying? If you guys need any of these drums, any of these sounds, any of these midis, make sure you go to boatloadkits.com and grab these up. And let's see what this sounds like. Yep, so that's the first beat, man. That's my first dive into Serato sample. Just a quick dive in, just to kind of see what Serato sample is about. Just purchased this from Serato, so if you guys are feeling this, make sure you grab this up. Really dope plug in. Not too much going on, not a lot for you, just straight to the point, and I like that. The only thing I do ask of Serato, man, is give us that auto chop, but like chop on transient. I don't know if this does it or not. I haven't put like a perfect loop in, but what is going on here is pretty dope. So I like that. But hopefully you guys like this video, man. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell button afterwards.